Hello everybody, this is TheXseption. Welcome to week 1 of season 3 of the NPA. This week, myself and the Tampa Bay Luxrays will be taking on VolSkylar and the Duke City Doublades. Anyways, I recorded this battle live, and unfortunately, the audio didn't get recorded, so I have to do post-commentary. But I want you guys to know that throughout the rest of the season, there will be live commentary. I don't really do post-commentary unless, I have technical issues or whatnot. So that's why we're doing this today. I also will have to record the team builder after doing the battle because my audio didn't record for the team builder either. But guys, if you want to know the full sets of what I am running, go ahead and check out the team builder. It's really awesome. I have a whole bunch of fun sets in there that I am running on these Pokemon today. You won't get to see all of them because unfortunately, like I said, the audio is cut out and there's no bottom screen when you do post commentary. So if you want to know the full sets, the moves, the abilities, the items, all that stuff, go check out the team builder. It's really awesome, I promise. So let's go ahead and jump into the match here. And, you guys can see where I'm running, what I'm running. Now, I predicted pretty much his entire team right here. The only thing that I got wrong was Umbreon. So I was thinking that he was going to bring Skuntank over Umbreon. It's a dark type, and they kind of run similar moves. They're both pretty bulky, except that Skuntank gets Defog. So I know immediately he has no way to get rid of rocks on his side of the field, which is kind of a problem for him. I start off with a Raquinid because I'm hoping that he runs defensive Heatran against me and tries to get his rock set up turn 1. Unfortunately, he starts off with Jolteon. I know I can survive a Volt Switch, but I really don't want to take one. Now, I go for the Infestation. I stay in because I know that the only thing that really wants to come in and take a Liquidation is going to be Slowbro, and I also know that Slowbro is weak to bug moves. So I go for the Infestation to trap him. Pretty much what I wanted to do at the beginning of this match was either trap Heatran for trying to set up rocks, Slowbro for trying to switch into my Liquidation, or Venusaur for trying to switch into my Liquidation. Because one-on-one, Araquanid will kill all 3 of those Mons if it can trap them. Now, I got very lucky with Slowbro. I really wanted Slowbro trapped the most because it's the most annoying Mon to battle against. It can heal up, it gets Calm Mind, it's super defensive. I really hate Slowbro playing against it. It's super annoying. So having it trapped here at the beginning of the match, having my strategy play out was really awesome. I'm really glad this worked out. I'm just going to go for Leech Life because by the end of this, I will be healed up to full and Slowbro will be dead. So that's pretty darn awesome. Now, he survives on a sliver of HP, and I was not expecting that. I thought he should have died. He goes for the Slack Off, though. We are 3 turns into this Infestation, and if he can survive 2 more, he can actually switch out and get out of this, which is super annoying, and I really don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to stay in and keep hitting Leech Life. Now, the Infestation is kind of wearing down the Leftovers. I believe Infestation kind of exactly cancels out Leftovers. I believe they're both 1/8 of damage. Now, I go for that Leech Life, and I get a crit, which knocks him out. And I don't know if that mattered or not. I kind of feel like the last one was a low roll and that the crit didn't matter. But at the same time, I don't really know because I don't know what EVs he was running. And I really expected it to kill him. So I don't know. If he did survive, it would have been on a very sliver of HP. And I just don't know if it would have happened. But I switch into Latias when he brings Jolteon back in because I don't want to take another Volt Switch with the Raquinid. I have nothing else that I want to trap from him. He goes for the Thunderbolt. I think he was kind of annoyed with me. So I switch into Latias. It takes the Thunderbolt very well. And then I go for Earthquake. And that's kind of a surprise move. And I was also surprised that I outsped him. Now, apparently there was some kind of issues with Jolteon's speed EVs. It was very slow. And that caught me off guard here. Now, I don't think it really mattered, though, too much. Because I'm able to take this Z move here. I didn't really expect it to be running a bug Z move, but I did survive. So that leads me to believe that me outspeeding Jolteon at this point didn't matter too much. It might matter later, you'll see. He switches, though. I had gone for a Psychic because I figured that it would kill Jolteon, and if for some reason he wanted to save it, it would hurt something else pretty bad. I didn't think he'd want to bring in Umbreon on me. So I go for the Psychic. He brings in Staraptor. It takes a lot of damage. And then I let Latias go down to a U-turn here. Latias has Wish on it, so it could have healed up technically, but it wouldn't have healed itself because something would have killed it. With the amount of HP it had left, it couldn't have survived one hit from anything on his team. So I had no hopes of saving it. So I just let it go just to try to get some switch initiative on whatever he brings in. He brings in Jolteon again. I bring in Absol. I knew that since Latios outsped Jolteon, that I could bring in Absol and it would also outspeed Jolteon, because in Sun and Moon, Mega's kind of got a buff where they now get their speed boost the turn that they Mega Evolve rather than the turn after. I go for X-Scissor at this point because I know that if for some reason he wants to save Jolteon and bring in Umbreon, it's going to die. And if he wants to bring in Venusaur, it's still going to take a lot of damage. He brings in Staraptor here, and I know that I have to switch out. Nothing that Staraptor hits, I won't survive anything that Staraptor hits pretty much, so Absol cannot stay in. He goes for Close Combat, which I found surprising. I thought U-Turn would have been a better move there, because I believe U-Turn still would have killed Absol, and it would have given him some switch initiative. He goes for the Close Combat, though, and that allows pretty much Diancie to come in here and set up rocks, which is really awesome, because this Staraptor is a huge pain for my team. Getting up rocks is very important. Alright, if I don't have rocks to whittle it down, then it's pretty much just going to keep coming in here, keep hitting U-Turn, and just causing me trouble. Alright, he brings in Venusaur, and at this point I know that I don't really want to take a Giga Drain from Venusaur with Diancie. And my wall in Latios is gone, so I can't switch into that. Porygon Z is really my only option at this point. It'll take a Giga Drain fairly well. It takes a lot more damage than I would have wanted, but still. And at this point, I also find out that he has some problem and can't Mega Evolve. So that was an issue we had to play through. I talked with him during the match, and we kind of decided that we just keep playing through it. It's kind of unfortunate and a little bit unfair to him for him not to have his Mega, because Mega Venusaur is a lot better than regular Venusaur. But at this point, we're very late in the match, and it wouldn't have made sense to do anything else, really, except for play through it. I don't think, we could have done anything else. So I go for the Tri-Attack. He brings in Heatran. Heatran takes that pretty well, but he doesn't expect the Hidden Power Ground to come in. Hidden Power Ground goes ahead and knocks out Heatran. Heatran's out now. So Umbreon comes in, and my plan is coming to fruition with Porygon Z as well. I go ahead and hit that Nasty Plot because I know I can set up for days on Umbreon. I know it can't do much to me, and then it hits Curse. And I start freaking out. I was freaking out during the match because I was like, what is this thing running? Why does it have Curse? What is it going to hit me with? And it didn't occur to me until after the match when I was talking with my assistant coach that it might have been cursing up to go ahead and baton pass that into something. But I was very worried at the moment that it might hit me with something hard physically, and I didn't set Porygon's EVs defensively, so that would have been trouble. So I just go ahead and hit that Tri-Attack just to get some damage off in case it surprise kills me. It doesn't surprise kill me, thankfully. I get the Tri-Attack off, and then I just go for another one because I know I outspeed and I know it'll kill it. At +2, Porygon Z can kill pretty much everything on the team. Now, the only thing that can really come in and scare me would be Staraptor. He has Staraptor and Venusaur left, though. He brings in Venusaur. Venusaur is going to die to this +2 Tri-Attack. I believe Mega Venusaur might have lived on maybe 20% health. I don't know if it would have mattered. He might have had a better differential for himself if he had Mega Venusaur, but I don't know if he would have been able to win the match at that point. He brings in Staraptor. I think he kind of could have brought this in earlier to force Porygon Z out, but then he's probably going to lose Staraptor anyway if I brought in Diancie, so he was kind of in a pickle at this point. But anyways, I kill Venusaur. I bring in Diancie because I know Diancie can survive a whole bunch of moves from Staraptor. It can go ahead and kill it. I can get the 5-0 and win the match. Now, differential does matter at the end of the season when we're calculating who gets into playoffs. So I wanted to make sure I had that 5-0 rather than letting Porygon go down and get the 4-0, which is the only reason I did this switch in. Now, again, I really feel bad that, he had problems with his Mons. I wish we had been able to play a more fair match, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes there's just issues that pop up, and there's not much you can do about it. Especially since I'm kind of strapped for time, and I have to. I'm leaving the state tomorrow, so I'm going to be out of town for a week. So I thank you to him for being able to schedule that battle early with me. I really do appreciate that. Again, his link is down below in the description. Make sure to go check out his side of the match. It will be very interesting to see, what he thought during the match and all his moves and whatnot. And so, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. I'll be back next week for Week 2 versus the Choice Specs and the Orlando Magikarps, I believe. So, hope you guys are excited for that match. Peace out, and I will see you guys then.